We are live here Friday, August the 4th for What's Up Universe. Oh my goodness, it is a beautifully blessed weekend ahead. We have some incredible energies. The cosmic flow between the physical and the spiritual worlds, I'm telling you, just got amplified incredibly. We are sitting with it coming up here. We're in, of course, in the Lionsgate portal, which opened up on July the 28th and it closes on August the 12th. And we're coming up to August the 8th, which is going to be the most powerful astrological, or we could say the spiritual gateway for us in terms of activation for change in our life. It's powerhouse week and a powerhouse weekend, even as we lead into that. I'm going to, as we're, obviously direct everything here in our conversation as we go. So we're coming off of that full moon, as I said, shaking off the things that, we moved through. We are in a transition time where we are seeking deeper connection, a deeper look at who we are, a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper kind of transition, so to speak, or transformation than maybe what we've experienced before. This is a time where yes, we have a lot of challenges that are rising in our life, but opportunities where we get to make some really big conscious choices for ourselves as to what drives us, what matters, where our priorities lie. Now, again, as I said, with everything in terms of change, there are the challenges that come with it. And there could be certain things that are triggering for you, wounds of the past, things that we need, maybe what you've really been wanting and desiring for your life maybe hasn't quite manifested. All of those things become opportunities where we get to love ourselves a little bit more. We get to revisit what it is that we truly desire and want for our lives, but more importantly, we have this full moon energy happening this month is intense for transformation, aligning us with what is greater purpose, what is greater resolve, and really helping us to move into a unified way of living, and a unification, which here is what I mean in terms of aligned with our truth, this greater spiritual truth, alignment with our soul, alignment with the purpose. There is a unification of all of that coming into way. And of course, there are things that are coming to head in our life that we need to deal with as well. So again, some of those insecurities, the doubts are coming up. There may be, of course, some challenges within relationships, financial aspects of things. You might even have your health maybe on the table for you. Everything that's coming up, invoking again what can seem like a negative response to thing or a negative situation, but all of that really is the coming, where pieces are, it feels like everything's falling apart, but of course that's where things really are, the intricacy of everything coming together. So how do we handle this? Well, not only do we have to take a deeper look at the matters of the heart, but take a deeper look in terms of what's driving us. What do we desire? What is it that we need to shift and we need to heal? What do we need to let go of? And of course, if you joined me last night for our conversation for our monthly membership on Evolve, we practiced in terms of the art of letting go. And that really becomes an overall theme for us for this whole year. So again, we're looking at what is it that lights us up, what invigorates us, what do we need to let go of, what more importantly can we look at manifesting and creating for our lives? We have the ability to choose for ourselves. And of course, right now, this month especially, we have the full force of the universe, all of the angels, all of your guides, all of your loved ones on the other side who are deeply connected with helping us to actualize in our life. So it's a really big time of manifestation, big time of healing, of letting go and resolving the things that have been, holding us back, the limitations, the insecurities, the mental chatter that takes place, all of those, limitation of our beliefs about who we are, beliefs about what's possible. And of course, the whole universe coming in to support the choices that we're making for our lives. Now, when we look at it, it's like there is energy that is igniting inside of us, an energy that is almost, bringing us into a place that even if we don't really have a clear vision of where we're going, there's a real clear energy right now that is moving us to flow forward here. So helping us to take action, to become liberated, to really bring about opportunities where we can consciously choose so that we can be the change we want to see in the world, or the change can become, in our lives. So every time we get into times of high vibration and of opportunity, it also comes opportunity, of course, to resolve and to clear the path. But you're going to see that the energy is very igniting. You're going to find like you maybe have more physical energy than what you've had over this next week. You might find, again, sleep might be really disrupted, or you're not sleeping very much because of this high energy. And I say high energy, but it's the energy that sparks, that it's like the motivation to do things, the motivation to follow through, the motivation to make change, the motivation to, whether, again, we can look at, it might be cleaning those closets, it might be doing some renovations in your home. It might be on a physical scope of things where your health, become more disciplined in terms of your practices, in terms of your exercise, your nutrition, all of that. Everything is sparking so that we can really not only up level our life, but that we're in position for the transformation that is looking to take place, an elevation of our life, which represents an elevated state of consciousness that is looking to unfold for all of us. So we're going to look at this energy. We are looking at ways in which we can move ourselves forward by taking action, even though we might still have some uncertainty. This has been a time, I'm saying, day by day, step by step, every moment is going to count for us over this next week. We really need to be very I would say committed to our spiritual light, or committed to our spiritual practice, and working closely and intimately with the unseen world to expedite, so to speak, the change that we're looking to create for our lives. It's a real powerful time of manifestation. It's a real powerful time of transformation. And again, we're looking at, not only is it this week in particular, but it's amplified this week because we are moving into this power day of the 8-8 energy that's coming up, where everything in the cosmos comes into alignment. And if we don't have a foundation, I mean, this is really what it's, the foundation of who we are, the foundation of what we believe, the foundation of what it is that we truly desire for our life, it can, we the universe will put us into a position where we have no choice. So, it's always like, go along for the ride or be dragged. That's really what the energy is all about right now. So we're looking at we're healing, we're resolving things, we're letting go, we're making space, and we are becoming conscious co-creators, and understanding that every thought, every action, everything that we are doing is imprinting upon the universe. It is the silent prayer that is constantly at play. So we're in positioned right where we're saying, okay, we need to be more aware, more conscious, more active, more engaged, more attentive in our lives than what we've ever been, like ever. Like, this is so, the combination of this time, of these cosmic waves right now, in addition to the fact that this is the universal year 7, really makes this extremely potent energy. We come up into the Lion's Gate every year, through this Leo energy. However, this year there is, of course, because of the 7, because of the transformation, because of the deeper spiritual awakening and spiritual realizations, this becomes even more powerful for us. So here again, as I said, you might find that you're having a lot of really deep sleeps, but maybe not sleeping for long periods of time. Astral travel, incredibly high right now. You might also, a lot of deja vu taking place. And again, deja vu are those check-in points that are showing us that we are on path. There's something that we remember. It's like, we've been here before, we've done something before. It's because we have. It's where the timelines completely come together, in reminding us, the overlap of timeline comes together to remind us that we are on path, that we are on purpose, And these are our check-in points for our soul to say, hey, you're doing exactly what you said you were meant to be doing here. So it's wonderful to be able to have that playing out and happening. But there is also, of course, in addition to that, you're going to see you might have a lot of aches and pains in your body, which are going to require, time of massage. Get some energy healing treatments this week. You might, look at starting that yoga practice or becoming dedicated to really helping that energy move through your physical body. So if you're not doing something to kind of move, you're going to see the tension, the tightness, the soreness in your muscles, things like that can be. And again, it's a little bit complex in navigating this energy. So we need to be willing to kind of do some things to support ourselves. And again, maybe in more so than what we've done before. So it is, just looking at what are your needs, your physical needs, your spiritual needs, your emotional needs, your mental needs right now, because that is all what is coming into this unification of energy. So again, that we're being invited to let go, let go of control, or remembering that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and just allowing for this energy to have its way with us, and to nurture ourselves in the process. So that becomes an important part of the equation. So we go back to those basic spiritual needs, lots of hydration, making sure we're honoring our nutrition and our diet, that we are, really, really hydrated. Again, if you are not someone who drinks a lot of water, might I invite you to really start doing that. You're going to see it's going to really help the physical body with some of that tension, the aches, the pains that are taking place. When we look at this from an energetic system, you're going to see there's a big activation of crown energy that is at play. So those upper energy centers are really getting activated. And again, you might see that for yourself, you might experience, headache, you might experience itchy scalp, ringing ears, you might have, pain behind your eyes with the activation even of that pineal gland. But just looking at, you might even find that maybe you're a little bit more frazzled, you may be a little bit more lightheaded, all of those things, just to know that that is because of the this energy that's looking to integrate in terms of your field. So, anything you can do to support the energy body. That's why, again, go for an energy treatment. Meditation, meditation, meditation. The greatest way to create foundation, the greatest way to be in foundation within your life, within your body, is to take time to be within yourself. And so again, this is a very important time for, as I said, those practices, those things that you do to be very body conscious, or be very embodied within the foundation, because this energy is leading us to places that maybe we don't want to go. It's leading us to places, to things we don't want to deal with, and it could be leading us to places that are just the answer to all of our prayers. I think anytime there's a disruption that comes up, it's just the universe's way of saying, hey, you're out of alignment with your path, your purpose. It's time to get back into alignment with with source energy. So what can happen through this period is that even though we're having some symptoms and some discomforts, and even energetically, this is an invitation to what are the things that help to nurture and help to care for ourselves, and help us to navigate all of the radical experiences that we can have as energy sensitive. So again, anything you can do to take care of your physical needs, to take care of your energetic needs, to take care of your spiritual needs over this next week, really, really an important piece of the equation. So again, we've found, as I said, there'll be a lot in terms of the upper energy centers taking place, which are going to create some imbalances for the lower energy centers as well. So this is where, again, through the expansion process, through regulation of your energy centers, through meditation, all of those things, even yoga, anything you can do to balance and align those energy centers to support your well-being this week is going to really, really be helpful. Space and energy clearings. I mean, I talked about that last week, but this is going to continue. And I'm saying, every every week this month, or 2 to 3 times a week this month, really looking at ensuring that your energy that supports you is supporting you, because there is so much radical change taking place. There's so much transformation and shifts that are happening, even at an unconscious level for us, that it's important that we look at ensuring not only are we taking care of our energetic and physical needs in terms of our energy body, but ensuring that the energy around us is also very helpful and supportive to our sensitivity. So again, just being, taking that the energetic responsibility to help and support in navigating, all of this right now. This again, so here we go. This is what's really, really fun, is again about the Lionsgate portal. As I said, this is coming. So we've got this energy this weekend. We're creating foundation, really need to take care of ourselves. A lot of activation taking place. And now we're preparing for what is an increased energy that's flowing between the physical and the spiritual realms. We're feeling it already. We're dealing with it already, but we're coming up to what is the powerhouse of this energy on the 8th of this month. That's when they say this is when the lion's mouth, that's the Lionsgate portal, the lion's mouth is wide open. And so it's a window of opportunity. That's why we have the impulses to take energetic action. This is because this window of opportunity, it's a window of opportunity to consciously co-creating, to manifesting, to ensuring that we're working within this energy in order to, bring forward greater blessings into our life. This is a very profound energy, but it's a powerful source of spiritual light that's really helping us to, again, emphasizing that embodiment, helping us to be more abundant, to feel and experience more abundance in our life. There's an elevation of what is the soul's wisdom, everything that's helping us to nurture growth, everything that's helping us in terms of recreating, so to speak, the very, and I say recreating in the sense of, because maybe we've become conditioned, or we settled, or we've lost some faith, the faith is inverted. There's this opportunity to recreate a connection and recreate for ourselves the very things that we are looking to manifest for our lives, those deeper heart's desires. That's a really opportunity not only to be reflective, but to set the intentions, to work with the non-physical world, whether that be through candle magic, your crystal grids, through your prayers, through your intentions, through everything, to really utilize this opportunity, because there's so much spiritual light that is available to us. And it's like the angels are on high. They say that because there's this cosmic perfection that happens. This is where, again, the star system of Sirius comes into play. And Sirius is the brightest star that we can see. And during this time on the 8th is where it comes closest to the Earth. And so this star system, they say, is twice the size of the sun, and it shines 26 times brighter than the sun does. And so it's coming in for us, directly aligned on Earth, really helping us to really actualize not only what's in our heart center, but what becomes a greater expression of who we are, a greater expression of the divine, etc. There are so many light codes that are a part of this evolutionary energy. This is where we have this high level of activation that's taking place, everything that's helping us for further progression on our path. And so this is where we want to work with this supercharged energy in the co-creation of things, where we really move into the asking for our lives, the asking and working with the non-physical world to bring it into form. So anything you can do as you reach into this, again, taking care of yourself, you're nurturing yourself, your energetic needs, your spiritual needs, you're doing your space and energy clearings, you're helping your energy system to find its alignment and the integration with these higher energies, and also looking at what is it that you truly desire for your life? What is it that you really want? What is it not only time to let go of, but what is it that you need to open your heart, open your arms to receive? Because this is energy. I mean, regardless of what's happening in your life, this is energy that is allowing for a great, not only a greater awakening through the activation codes, but letting us all become present with the aspect of the higher living that is available for all of us. So it's a really important and very, as I said, very powerful time. So today, not today, but as we look at these exacting alignments that are taking place, these are the very things here where we're really getting clear in our communication, being very conscientious of what we're saying, what we're thinking, and allowing ourselves to speak fully in terms of our truth, to express fully in who we are, to and utilize and work with the non-physical world in redirecting our life in a way that is allowing it to become healthier, where there's not only greater benefits for us in our lives, but of course greater benefits for the world around us. So there is anything, of course, that's been off kilter is, as I said, getting taken care of. But now we're going to be putting into positions to really listen to the guidance, to take that inspired action, to recognize not the support, the help that is available for all of us, and for each of us in terms of what it is we've been praying for our lives. So anything, of course, that's out of alignment is going to get kicked to the curb this month. Anything that's out of alignment is going to, it's like what no longer resonates, what no longer is true. We're really being, again, redirected, but redirected into our hearts for clear communication. Now, what's so great about this is not only does this happen in terms of our day-to-day life, but it's clearing communication with the non-physical world as well, which means you're going to see that there will be some very intrinsic changes in terms of your receptivity, of the activation, not only of those higher spiritual centers, but in terms of the soul senses, where again, the filter, anything that's been clogging the filter, you're going to see that, we can think of it as psychic debris, or the energy that's been from a debilitating mindset, whatever it is getting cleared. And so it's going to allow for clearer communication to the non-physical. So my greatest recommendation for you is that you absolutely take time every single day. Sit down with your journal, sit down in meditation, sit down and within your practices, and create the link to the non-physical. Bring your loved ones in, let yourself experience and be engaged with them through helping, and of course, because the soul centers are being cleared now with clearer communication to them. Bring in and commune with your angels. Give opportunity for you to really not only know that you're a medium and do it once in a while. It's like, commit to doing it this week, commit to every single day to give yourself the opportunity to just be connected, to receive the guidance, to receive the healing, to receive the help, to receive the inspiration, to receive it first, and then take action through the day. You're going to see that's going to make an immense difference to navigating the intensity of these energies. And if you've been a little bit off course from what has been, your deeper truths, things like that, that you're going to see that from that communion every single day, an increase of signs, an increase of spirit phenomena, an increase of assuredness and connectivity. I'm telling you, this is going to be a great week to do readings for people. So if you're wanting to prepare for the upcoming level 2 classes or the level 3, if you have been debating about, doing sessions for people, whether it be friends, family, clients, whatever it is, this is a perfect week to do that, because the communication between the physical and non-physical worlds is super clean. And so it's a great time to be able to do that. And so again, I love, I, of course, always love how these energies support us. It makes me so excited because of, in terms of what this represents and means for us. This high velocity energy, this is where, as I said, everything comes into play, where there is just so much emphasis in terms of what we desire and taking action. There's so much emphasis on the fact that we are mediums, that we do experience the non-physical world. And so again, this taking what is intangible and grounding it into our lives, and allowing us, to make those decisions and choices based on what is meaningful and purposeful, not only for our lives, but of course for the world around us. This is a time of some big decisions. It's some times of what we could say some big breakthroughs in our life. It is a time where we are, I would say, opportunities for close encounters with the non-physical world. And this even includes galactic beings as well. So it's like, just be in a position to unexpect, or to expect the unexpected this week, and do everything you can that can help to support that communication. And you're going to see that, my gosh, it's going to be a great time where, if it's been hard for you to believe, in your abilities, if it's been hard for you to believe you're a medium, if it's been hard for you to believe that you can do this work for others, if it's hard to believe that your prayers really are being answered, everything is at hand for us this coming week. There is a randomness in terms of the synchronicities. And so be very attentive, go back, I think into the level 1 manual, where I talk about slowing down every day and paying attention to the physical world. It's like, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I feeling? What am I tasting? What am I smelling? If you can even do that consciously, slow down. We feel like we need to rush all the time. And we're being invited through this turning point. We're being invited to really be present, with who we are, to be present with our truth, to be present and connected and present and aware and present with our choices. And so again, if we're not, I mean, it can go the good way or it can go the hard way, but I'm telling you, we are going regardless. So anyway, stay open-minded, open-hearted, flexible under this cosmic flow. It's a power. We're powering up, we're growing in our sense of self, we're growing in our connection. And more importantly, it's always to remember that there's so much good that's waiting to be experienced and received by us. But we need to just, again, take ourselves out of what is the busyness and distracted, find somewhere to be quiet, to be present, and to allow ourselves to sink in and be connected, to sink in and really honor and embody who we are. So that's my recommendation. Anything you can do, sit down with that journal, look for the advice of the angels, and follow through with what is true, what is right, and what matters to you the most.